What we are about to propose is not a kind of zero-sum game where we are asking for something that they will have to forfeit. The problem with the way that Europe has been dealing with this crisis since 2010 is that everybody is a loser, when we could have a much more rational way of dealing with the Greek crisis, where the average European citizen pays less for this unfolding, never-ending debacle. To be very brief with you on this matter, on the debt, we want to tie up the rate of repayments to the rate of nominal GDP growth, just like any good banker would do with a company that is in distress and would offer a debt restructuring whereby repayments to the bank by the stressed company are linked to the profit rate of the company. This is precisely what we're going to be proposing. At the very same time, what we need to impress our German, French, Italian partners with is a program of reforms that will ensure that this country, even if we manage to do away with the debt problem and the debt crisis, is not going to find itself in the state in which it found itself in 2008, 2009.
There's been a lot of rhetoric throughout the campaign. Is Greece committed to staying in the Eurozone?
Greece is absolutely, irreversibly committed to be staying in the Eurozone. You see, the problem is that once you're in, just like you will recall the Eagles song, Hotel California, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Dismantling a monetary union like ours is going to have detrimental effects throughout Europe and indeed in the global economy. It is not just a case of severing a peg like Argentina did or Mexico did with the US dollar. We don't have a currency to devalue. We don't have a currency that is pegged to some hard currency like the Deutschmark. We have the euro. And exiting the euro is going to start a domino effect which will never, ever lead to anything good for either the Greeks or the Europeans, or indeed for the rest of the global economy, which is struggling to achieve escape velocity from the crisis that began in 2008.
You're talking about the need to restructure some of the debt, the outstanding debt for your country. When you're talking about doing that with private creditors, it's proven incredibly difficult in the past. Are you confident that you can also persuade them that this is the way forward to Greece? Because you're going to need to access the capital markets. You need to be able to borrow.
Maggie, I'm deeply appreciative for your question, because I want to make this loud and clear that private creditors will not be haircut. Let me remind you that in 2012 we had a massive PSI, we call it, this is a euphemism, we had a massive haircut on private creditors. They lost, in net present value terms, 90% overall throughout 2012 in two goes. This government is not interested in another haircut of privately owned T-bills or bonds. Our task is to persuade the official sector to stop holding out and to participate in a debt restructure so that Greece can maintain to the full its commitment to repaying to the last penny our private creditors.